Good evening, guys. So, what we are discussing? So, yesterday we have completed vendor master, right? So, what is our base concept? First of all, our base concept is SAP MM. Also, we can call it as P2P process or O2P process. In P2P process or O2P process, we create transactional data. If you want to create transactional data, you must need master data. What master data we have in our SAP MM? We have material master, vendor master, info record, source list, quota arrangement, service master, and bill of material. So these are all different types of master data we have in our SAP MM. Again, if you want to create master data, you must need enterprise structure. So we are in the process of creating master data. We have enterprise structure ready, and we are in the process of creating master data. Master data also we have completed material master and vendor master. Okay, so to create material master, material type is a prerequisite. To create vendor master, account group is prerequisite. So we have seen all the scenarios, right? So how to create material master, how to change, how to display. Okay, to create, change and display transaction code MM01, MM02, MM03, and to display list of changes in the material master MM04. To enable or disable deletion flag for the material MM06. MM60 is to display list of material master. Okay, so we came across material type. So what is the material type, how it is, and we came across vendor master. To create vendor master, material group is mandatory, and all the things we have seen, partner functions and all, and how to create vendor master. So it is created at company code level by SAP FI user, and they use the transaction code FK01, FK02, and FK03 to create, change and display, and it will be extended by SAP end user at purchase organization level. They use transaction code MK01 to create, MK02 to change, MK03 is to display. Centrally, if you want to create a vendor master, XK01, XK02, XK03. If you want to block or unblock vendor master, transaction code XK05. If you want to enable or disable deletion flag for vendor master, XK06. And MKVZ is to display list of vendor masters. So all these things we have come across. Okay. Any questions in previous sessions? Yesterday's class or previous classes? Any questions, anyone? Any doubts? Any difficulties in your practices? Any pendings or any questions, guys? Everyone? Anyone? Okay.
Yeah, sir.
Yeah. Just tell me, guys. Someone is unmuted and muted. Guys, any questions? Anyone? Okay. So next we will see. Okay. So next we will see random master data, info record, and source list. So what is info record? What is source list? So we'll see one by one. So info record also we can call it as purchasing info record or PIR. Okay, purchasing info record. So you can see here purchasing info record, or you can call it as PIR or info record. Okay, so to create info record, transaction code ME11, and to change ME12, and to display ME13. So if I execute transaction code, you will understand. So how info record it looks like. So let me log into SAP. So what is our enterprise structure? Transaction code EC01, then structure, then navigation, then continue, Control F, and you can see the company code. What company code we are discussing? AB1, right? Company code AB1. Guys, can you hear me? No one is responding.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
AB1.
AB1.
Okay. Okay. So we are in the process of creating master data, that is purchasing info record. So to create purchasing info record, transaction code ME11. So what is info record? Basically, it is a information record which will be combination of material master and vendor master for a purchasing organization in a plant. So the info record, actually there are 4 types. Info categories are 4. Okay. So first one is a standard, second, third, and fourth. Actually, these are all special procurement activities. Subcontracting, pipeline, and consignment. These are all subcontracting, pipeline, and pipeline, consignment under special procurement activities. So we will discuss over there, but first we will see standard. So what is standard? So the standard purchasing info record, it will be like a info record, information record, which will be combination for material master, vendor master, purchasing organization, and plant. So what will happen? How do we use it? For example, in material master, we will set some parameters, reminders or something we have, right? So if we will set the reminders and all in material master itself, to whomever you will order the material, so it will be applicable for everyone. If you set a vendor master, let's say acknowledgement required for some parameters, if you set in vendor master, it will be applicable for all the materials or all the purchasing document. But if you put here also, we will get the same options. So if you maintain in this, so that will be limited to this particular master data. Okay, so that is the reason we will use material master and vendor master combination of info record, and it is for a purchasing organization in a particular plant. So I will show you how to create. So how to maintain. So what is the use, all these things. Okay, so first I need material master, I need vendor master. Okay, so for your practice purpose, I will create once again material master. So it's ROH, raw material. So I maintain data in 5 views. 1 0 0 practice material. Just maintaining standard, and I'm just using only mandatory fields. I'm just keeping other parameters. So material master created, and I want vendor master also. I will create vendor master also. So to create vendor master, transaction code, what is the transaction code? XK01. Okay, so in company code AB1, purchase organization AB1, and account group. So you can take account group. Let's say what we have created, account group 18. Yesterday we created, right? I'll take same thing and enter the vendor master. Vendor for info. Okay. Vendor record vendor creation. Okay, you can name it anything. So I just enter only mandatory fields. I will skip the additional fields, optional fields. So cash management, order currency. So I create vendor master centrally. Okay. So now I will create info record. So So to create info record, what I need material master, vendor master, enterprise structure. One. So recent record, it is picked from data. So vendor master created, it is 105 and material master 77. Okay. Material master 077 we have. So I'll take that one and in plant AA1. Okay. So first I will create standard info record. So the number range also concept we have. So where do we assign the number range? So for example, SPRO, SAP reference IMG. For all the documents, number range it is there. Okay. Materials management and purchasing. Under purchasing info record. Where is that? Purchasing info record. Under purchasing info record, define number ranges. That number ranges you will assign. So first you check which number range is free to create. For example, you can create number range from go last. So you can create number range from, let's say somebody defined from number range all 6 9 zeros to this one, but you can delimit it. You can delimit it to all 6, right? All 6s. You can enter, let's say 999. Then next number you can create. Save it. You just delimit the 2 number range. Okay, somebody used a very enlarged number range, so you can delimit it and you can use it. So groups, create, and number range for. So next number you can create from 7,000. 6,099 we have 7,000. So you can use 7,000. So number range must be internal. If it is internal, you don't need to remember, you can enter it. Okay. So that number range you can assign to info object. So info object standard we have. So the standard is like IL and IN. Okay. IL means IL it is for without material master, master record, without with material master we have. So for both you assign. So place the cursor, click on element group and select your number range group what you have created. Number range for info record. And same thing you can assign to IN also. IN also. Place the cursor, click on element group, select the number range group what you have created. So make sure those two assigned. Now save it. So now you create when info record, the number range will be, and the number will be from the given number range. Okay. So enter some free text. So here I said, right. So if you maintain the number range fields here, the data here, it will be limited to particular vendor only. So if you maintain in the master data, material master, wherever you use that material master, everywhere it is applied, the conditions, whatever the parameters you maintain. But if you maintain it here, so it will be limited to this vendor only. We are just limiting the functionality. Okay, not to apply for all the vendors or all the purchasing documents, only to particular vendor in particular plant during particular framework. Okay, so like that we will just limit it. Okay, if you want, you can maintain. For example, if I maintain this, okay, so those are the optional fields. If you want, you can maintain, otherwise you can skip also. And what else we have? So click on enter. So order unit, so which unit you want to, if there is any conversion rule, you can use. For example, if you want to use, let's say 1 bag. Okay, so 1 bag, it is 100 kg. 1 bag will be 100 kg, for example. Okay, 1 bag. So how it will be, if you see general data, So there is some mandatory fields here. Planned delivery time. Let's say within 40 days, within 10 days, I want to. Let's say standard quantity. Let's say 10 kg. So I want to go to general data. Okay. So net price. Let's say 10 euros per one bag. So here, what is the general data you want to check? So you can see one bag conversion you can apply. Suppose your unit of measure is kgs, but the material it is available in bags you want to maintain in this particular info record. So then you can change. So one bag equal to, in one bag you can put 100 kg rice. Okay, so you can take the measurement into bags only, like that. If you want, you can maintain like that. And one bag cost is 10 euros. Okay, so like that you can apply conversion rules. Okay, so how many days you can deliver the material, and if there is a standard price or standard quantity, I want to order 10 bags every time, or I want to order something standard or minimum. So if you want to maintain, you can maintain minimum. The remaining shelf life and all shelf life data we see in material master. Shipping instructions, purchasing value key we see, right? So maximum quantity, if there is some requirement, these are all optional fields. If you want, you can maintain, otherwise you can skip. Okay, and delivery tolerances. So if you maintain here, so it is particularly applied to this particular vendor for a purchasing organization in a plant. Okay, if you if you apply the under delivery over delivery tolerances material master, so if you maintain there, it will be copied to here. But if you don't maintain there, if you want to maintain here, so it will be limited to this particular vendor, and the functionality will be limited. So you can apply for the specific reasons also. Okay, acknowledgement required and all. If you maintain in vendor master, it will be applied to all the purchasing documents. But if you maintain in info record, it will be particularly for particular material for a purchasing organization in a plant. So like this, you will just deal limited to the functionality. Just click on enter. So if you want to create info record from the quotation, reference quotation, you can maintain, otherwise you can skip and go to text. So text means, so this text will be copied to info record. This text will be copied to purchasing order. So by using this, you can create purchase orders also. Let's say text. Okay, so this text, okay, PO text. Okay, so you can check, you can test also it is copied or not. And conditions means item conditions. If there is any pricing conditions you want to apply, pricing conditions means this glass price, it is 10 euros per one bag. So if I want to change, it is not they apply something. He agreed to give me, let's say 10% discount or 5% discount. Okay, discount applied 5%. And service charges FR A1. If there is any freight charges 1%, suppose I can enter. And service charges, if there is any GS01 service charges 1% can apply. So like that, if there is any pricing conditions, you can apply. If there is any scaling also, you can apply. Scales means, so if you purchase 100 kg, you will get a 5% discount. If you purchase 500 kg, so you will get 6% discount. If you get more, if you purchase something more, you will get something more discount. Like that, if scaling also, you can apply. So I'm just saving this info record. So how do you use info record, that I will show. So this record, it is created from the number range. Okay, what number range we have given? From 700, 7,000 we have given, right? So info record created from the given number range. So if you want to edit the info record, you can edit by using transaction code ME12. ME12. Just click on enter. Change info record. Suppose if you want to change, so I don't want to order the material in bags. I want to order the material in kgs only. So you can apply only in kgs. Okay, so it will be changed. And So everywhere it is changed. So order unit, so it is everything applied. So you can see conditions also it is changed. So save it. So it is changes applied. If you want to display, so the transaction code is ME13. ME13 display info record. So you can check. It is changed, right? So only display mode. So where do you use? How do you use this info record? Where do you use means? So in creating purchase orders, you can use it, or creating purchasing document. Any purchasing document, you can use info record. So how do you create? Let's say I want to create purchase order, transaction code ME21. I will explain how to create purchase order in P2P cycle, but you just have an idea. So how to create? So what are all the vendors we have? For example, if I want to create vendor master I have, right? So I want to create info purchase order for this vendor. I want to order material to that vendor. V1, and for which material? This is the material. Okay. So for example, 10 quantity and delivery date. Net price I will not enter here. We'll see how it will be. So let's say AA10001 storage location. So net price automatically it is account assignment mandatory. So there is some error. So saying that account assignment mandatory for so and so material, because you have to activate quantity value update for your material type ROH. So where do you activate? In OMS2. OMS2 ROH. So select and click on quantity value updating. So update it for your plant. Your plant is AA1 storage material type ROH. So update it. So this type of error we have to work on this way. So in production support, you will see this type of errors only. Okay, user cannot do this one. So he will create a ticket. You have to work on that. So now if you try, that error will be resolved. So there is a refresh problem. You have to execute transaction code once again. ME21. Enter all the data. Quantity conversion error in the net price calculation. Okay, so actually what happened? The quantity we have converted, right? So it was error. So no problem. So you can enter the quantity here. Quantity means here you can change. So it will be resolved. So it is updated net price. So how much it is? You entered 10, but it is updated 9.60. So how it is updated? It is updated because of this info record. So info record, whatever it is there, you created, it is updated. So how it is updated? Not only info record, it is updated along with the conditions. Conditions also, whatever you maintain 5% discount, you maintain service charges 1%, you maintain freight charges 1%, and you maintain taxes also. That tax also it is displayed here. So whatever you maintain tax there, it is updated here, and all the details. If you change any data, okay, if you change like vendor master, if you change something, so it will be changed. Okay, everything will be changed. So this is the way you can use info record. Okay, then Clear, guys? So how do you get the reports? Report wise means, let's say transaction code ME1M. Transaction code ME1M. You can get the report for a material. For a material means, so based on your selection criteria, you will get the report ME1M. If you execute transaction code ME1L, so it is per material, per vendor, sorry. ME1L per vendor, ME1M per material. So you can get the report as per your requirement. Okay. So how many info records created, you can check it out. Okay. So this is the way you can get the status and report. Okay. Any questions? Anyone? Any questions?
ME1, yes, sir. Omji here.
Yes, sir.
Sir, just now you told two T codes like ME1M and one ME1L.
ME1M, one transaction code. ME1M, one transaction code. 1L, one transaction code. 1L is per vendor. 1M is per material.
So if you use these two codes against which material we have created the vendor and
based on your selection
material
criteria. Based on your selection criteria, whatever the criteria you select, it will be displayed. Okay.
Sir, but you can see the same details in ME2M also.
Same only. The transactions looks very same. Yeah. Okay. ME1M, ME1L. Yeah. So this is all about info record. Okay. Any questions, anyone? Okay, so if you don't have any questions, we can close for the this one. Okay, then we'll see next one, source list. So source list, there is no number range because we will just list the source of supply. Okay, we will just use the existing masters. We will not create any new document for the source list. Okay, for source list, there is no number range concept. So what is source list? First of all, we will list the source of supply for a particular material in a particular plant during particular time frame for a purchasing organization. So, but if I execute transaction code, you will understand more. The transaction code to create the source list ME01. There is no ME02 transaction code to change it. Instead of that, we have ME04 or ME06 to change source list. ME03 is to display source list. So let me execute, then you will understand very clearly. ME01. So for a material in a plant during particular time frame, okay, for a purchase organization, we will list the source of supply. We will list the vendors. Okay, we will just list the vendors. So how many vendors are supplying this material in this plant for a purchase organization during particular time frame? During particular, this is a definition. Okay, so for example, if you select vendor, so who is the vendor? Just now we created one vendor, right? I take this vendor, purchase organization AB1. So if we have some more vendors, so how do you see list of vendors, guys? Yesterday we discussed it, right? How do we see list of vendors? What is the transaction code? MKVZ. So if you want to check it in purchase organization level, so these are the vendors. So for example, we have one vendor, right? Okay, 105, 101, 100. Okay, 27. Okay, now you will get 101, 101 purchase organization, and you can give, let's say today's date only. Zero So if suppose I'll give it is from today's date to 4 months. It is from today's date to next month. It is from today's date to 1 year. Okay, or 1 month. So if I select like this, so what is the meaning here? So I'm just listing the 1 minute. I have one more vendor, right? We have one more vendor. What is that? 80105. 80105. Okay. So AB1. So what I have done here, for a particular material in a particular plant during particular time frame for a particular purchase organization, I just list the vendor. Who are all the vendors supplying this material in this plant? Okay, during this particular time frame. Okay, so I just list the vendors for the particular material who are all supplying this material in this plant. Okay, so just this is the source list. So in this source list we can perform like three types of actions. What are the three types of actions? For example, we have fixed, we have blocked, and we have just a list. For example, I just if I say this vendor is very bad vendor, he is not a good vendor, he is not giving in quality material, he is not giving in right time, means planned delivery time, he is not supplying the stock, so he is very bad vendor. So I wanted to block him for 1 year. Okay, for 1 year I want to block him, so I can block him. And this vendor is very good vendor. Okay, so he is giving on time delivery and he is giving very quality product, and I want to order to him only. Okay, system has to propose this vendor to give order, so I want to fix the vendor. Okay, and these vendors are normal vendors. Okay, if there is a requirement, I can order to this vendors also. I am just listing the vendors. Okay, so here I can perform three actions. I can just list the vendors, I can fix the vendor, I can block the vendors. So if I execute, if I click on enter, I will get an error. What is that error? Info required for vendor so and so, material so and so does not exist. Why it is asking info record? Info record, it is asking for this vendor for this material. Okay, info record is not there. Why info record is not there? It is asking, it is not asking for this vendor. It is not asking for this vendor, but it is asking for this vendor. Why? Because you select the option fix. So if you want to fix the vendor, you must have info record. So without info record, you cannot fix the vendor. Now you click on enter, no error. So you can fix this vendor, because today only we have created info record for this material in this vendor, right? So if I click enter now, no error, because info record exists. Okay, so what is the functionality? If you want to fix the vendor in source list, you must have info record in line. Then only system will allow you to create fixed vendor. Okay, so this is the functionality you need to understand. Just click on enter. If there is no error, you can save it. Then if you want to display, there is no transaction code, ME02. There is no transaction code. And if you want to display, if you want to change, transaction code is ME04 only. Even ME04 also you cannot edit. System, it will display in change mode only. Even heading is showing changes to source list, but you cannot change it. So to change it, actually we have transaction code ME06. In this you can do it. So execute, you can do it. So select and change. Suppose if you don't want to block, so you don't want to block, so you just remove block, then click on enter. So you can save it. So if you want to display the changes displayed or not, transaction code ME03 to display source list. So this is the way we will execute. Okay.